Welcome back to the 2019 McKenzie ASA Classic Shootdown in Metropolis, Illinois. This is the Shootdown for the Senior Pro Division. Our shooter in 5th place with a score of 416 and 13 bonus rings. Shooting for Hoyt from Boswell, Pennsylvania, Tony Taza. In 4th place with a score of 418 and 12 bonus rings. Shooting for Matthews from Tahlequah, Oklahoma, Art Brown. In 3rd place with a score of 424 and 15 bonus rings from Gloucester, Virginia, shooting for Matthews, Roger Willett. In 2nd place with a score of 428 and 17 bonus rings, shooting for Botech from Provo, Utah, your Senior Pro Shooter of the Year, Tim Gillingham. And your 1st place qualifier with a score of 432 and 18 bonus rings from Keller, Texas, shooting for PSE, Michael Braden.
All right, Craig White here with Darren Christianberry as we get set for this Senior Pro class. We're being a bit fluid on this one, Darren.
We're ripping through them.
We are ripping through them, and we were trying to get through them so we could salvage whatever daylight we have left to get these. Not really sure what he's asking about right now, but we're ready to get going. So on target number 1, we have the turkey. That's going to be Michael Braden. On target number 2 is going to be the javelina. That's going to be Tim Gillingham. Roger Willett will be on the taper. On target 3, target 4 is going to be Art Brown to start off on the large deer, and the howling wolf will go to Tony Taza. So we'll look at our leader. In with the 12.
That's a great start for Mike right there.
Michael Braden. Good shot. That's a large deer. That's going to be Art Brown. He dropped that one low.
I think Gillingham called upper, if I'm not mistaken, on that javelina, but it looks like he hit the lower.
So Braden with a 12. 432 to start off with. He'll pad that lead for the moment to a 44.
It's a good start for Mike.
So the question is did we see Tim call that upper?
I thought he pointed at it.
Yep, upper 12 was called.
Yep.
So a 10 for Tim Gillingham.
That's good on that target.
So Provo, Utah's Tim Gillingham, who missed the first shoot in this class. He was actually in the open class, but because the ASA rules, which is you can shoot in the senior class year of your birthday.
Yes.
So that means if you're born December 15th, December 30th, way back in January of the year you turned 50, you're eligible.
Yep.
So for Tim, he actually only turned 50 a couple weeks ago, but he's been shooting it since round number 2.
I'll get to join him next year.
You are?
Yep.
Well, good for you. I know you're looking forward to it, I'm sure. Cleaning his clock.
Hopefully. He's tough.
Yeah. So we had back on February 23rd, we were in Foley, Alabama. And then it was the March 23rd, we were in Alabama at the Black Eagle and New Breed Pro-Am. And that's when Tim started shooting it. And he had such a domination these last, again, we have 6 rounds, but you actually drop the first 5.
Yep.
Out of the first 5 rounds, you have 1 drop, and then when you come to this particular event, it counts for everyone.
Yeah.
So he had a nice lead coming in here for Shooter of the Year and was able to wrap that up. Now trying to do what Dan McCarthy has done and Robert Householder has done and try to win out. There's Roger Willett, fan favorite Roger Willett, one of the nicest guys on the tour. 24 years.
Yeah, it's a big deal to come in here and win Shooter of the Year and then go ahead and go out there and capture the Classic as well. That's a big weekend for these guys and gals.
Arrow number 2. Roger Willett on the deer.
Good shot there.
That's Tony Taza.
We should see some movers. If these guys continue to hit these rings, we're going to see a shuffling in the changing in the guard.
Tony Taza, your 2018 ASA Shooter of the Year, so he gave that one up this year to Tim Gillingham. He's also the 2016 ASA Shooter of the Year. Tony came in here winning 3 events last year. And Tony won in Texas earlier on this year.
Mike stayed in the 10 on that long javelina. Tim just missed that 12 right there, so they're not backing up any.
And you see the scores, upper left-hand part of your screen, updating as we get those. So now we're already on target number 3. And again, the situation on this one is no 6th arrow. You're going to win on bonus rings, which is 12s and 14s, if there's a tie. If not, it's just outright winner after 5 arrows. And we have confirmation there won't be a women's pro shoot. And in the women's pro category, Cara Kelly was 23 points ahead in that one anyway.
Yeah, the battle there, unfortunately, for 2nd through 5th was the battle for the podium, which was going to be a tight race.
A 12 on the Howling Wolf for Art Brown, and he is just excited, 56 years old, just so happy to be here. Everyone knows Art because Art is the curator, I guess you could say, of these McKenzie targets. This is his business in terms of you come here and you want to get some of these 3D targets, you got to go talk to Art Brown.
He's the guy.
He is the guy. And his passion for archery is just evident, always with a smile on his face, and just loves being here. And when there was a possibility that we wouldn't have enough light to shoot this class, he was just smiling at me saying, no, man, I'm here to shoot. Let's go shoot. Let's go shoot.
Yeah, everybody wants to finish it out.
He wants to shoot. Let's watch him shoot.
Good strong shot.
It looks like going to be a 10 for him. Ooh, Roger Willett, we caught the end of that release. Didn't look like he liked that when he put a bit of English on that. Art Brown, he'll be on, he's target number 1 is Brown. So that's going to be a 10 for him. Then we go to Tony Taza.
That's a good shot on that javelina. It's not a bonus ring, but that's a long target. And a little target.
It is a little target, and it's a ways down range, by the way. So for Tony, it's not a horrible shot, you know, the javelina, but it's 47 yards down range.
There's a close one there, but I believe that's going to be a 12 for Michael B.
You think so?
I think so.
I think that paint also helps a little bit.
Camera's moving a little, but I think he's got that line.
They're looking at it. Don.
He does.
Calls the 12. Now we're going to move to the large deer. The large deer, I told you, is you can see where the legs is down the hill a little bit. That's a 48-yard poke.
Yeah.
So that's
Tim shot an 8 there, so that's going to extend Mike's lead to 8 points. Maybe 10 points. Yeah, it will be 10 because Mike just 12 the last target.
Roger Willett with the 10 on target 5. So this is going to move us. That's the Howling Wolf. And by the way, that one's at 41 yards downrange.
Wow.
All right, so now we're moving to arrow number 4 in this one.
So Tim's going to shoot the wolf, and he's going to finish on the turkey. So he's going to have to go guns blazing here to catch Mike. Mike's going to have to make a mistake, too.
The turkey is definitely doable on the 14.
Yeah.
But again, these archers, if you're joining us for the first time, just watching the 2019 McKenzie ASA Pro-Am Tour, this class, Senior Pro, this is judging. So they don't know the distances. We do, but they don't. So they've got to get up and make an assessment of how far away it is. Then they have to set their sight. Then they have to execute a shot.
Right. There's a lot going on out there. And by my math, if Mike keeps his next 2 arrows in the 10 ring, there's no way. Mathematically, he can't be beat. So even if Tim shoots 2 14s, as long as Mike shoots 2 10s, he's going to wrap this up.
Shooter of the Year Gillingham goes for it. It looks like he's pulling that one a bit.
That guy.
He loves those 14s.
You can never count him out.
Yep. Roger Willett with a 14. There's been quite a few 14s on that. That's a 20. 6-yard turkey. So that one's definitely within the wheelhouse of a lot of shooters. But this one, 47 yards, and like you're saying, Darren, Christian Berry, small target.
Small target, yeah. And it's down over that hill a little bit. I don't know if they can see the feet of it or not, but that's not an easy judge.
Mm-hmm. How important is it to be able to see the entire target when you're judging?
I think it, because I'm a body size judger. You know, I look at the animal, and that's what I'm looking at. A lot of people use the ground, but when they take the ground away like that, you have to use the body size of the target. That's the only thing that doesn't change.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important for me to see as much as I can.
So Tony Taza with a 14, making some moves.
These guys are laying it down.
They certainly are. On that taper, 35 yards downrange, not an easy one.
He needed that.
Yeah.
Doing what he's got to do.
Michael Braden.
Tim,
and then
he's awesome.
Mm-hmm. He got it.
Yep.
He got it. Very unique anchor position. You can see that Tim uses his thumb on the back of his neck.
Mm-hmm.
Just doesn't care what anybody else does. Tim's going to do it the way he wants to do it.
I guess eccentric would be a good word for Tim, but
Mm-hmm.
Knowledgeable, professional,
Unbelievable. Mm-hmm.
Attention to detail. Man, this guy, he knows that equipment better than anybody. He knows those arrows better than anybody, and he's a phenomenal archer, a wealth of knowledge.
Final arrow. Here we go, arrow number 5. We have Michael Braden at 76, Gillingham at 70. Then we have Willett at 68, Taz at 64, and Brown at 58.
Good look at Mike there. It's a big arrow for him. 10 to win it. Tim can 14 it, and he'll still come up just short.
Not happy. Not happy with where that one broke, and it shows.
There you go. Good shot, Mike.
Mm-hmm. That's the shot you needed on the Howling Wolf to wrap this thing up. All right, so we're going to go through our progression here. It's Tim Gillingham on the turkey. They're looking to see if that one's a 10 or an 8.
Not sure what that is there. Looks to be just wide for an 8, I believe. Yep.
Yep. All right, so risk reward, part of what makes ASA shooting so attractive. Tim went for it, just missed it.
78, so Roger can tie Tim, but bonus rings will break that for second and third.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's an 8.
Going to be Art Brown.
Yep.
So for the moment, oh, that was Roger.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, that was Roger.
So Tony, if Tony 12s, he can tie for third. Wow.
14 for Art Brown. Moving Art to 72. Oh, that was a 5.
Tony went for the 14, trying to catch a podium spot.
Trying to catch it. And now on target 5. To be Classic champion, we'll wait for that to come up, but we know it's a 10.
He's got it.
So Michael Braden coming in here, the leader, with a 4-point margin, and will walk away with a 486 and 2019 McKenzie ASA Classic champion.
Good for Mike.
Yeah.
That's a good win.
So Michael Braden. Oh, wait a second. We might have the women shooting here. This light's definitely dwindling, but he's talking to him. But while that's happening, let's get to our interview with PJ and Michael Braden.
Yes, that's right. Michael, first in the last tournament, you finished the Classic, big win there. Tell us about it.
No doubt with the rain delay and stuff, it challenges you mentally, but not knowing if we were going to shoot or not, and then it looked like it was going to happen. So you got to put your game face on and get it done. So pretty tickled. I felt like I picked good numbers and made good shots. -1 I'd probably like to have back, but it stayed at 10, so I was happy with that. But I couldn't be happier to finish the Classic and win.
Yeah, let's talk about that rain delay, because you didn't know if you were going to shoot at all. So now all of a sudden they give you the word you're going to shoot. I mean, that's got to be like getting wrapped up quickly.
Yeah, I mean, not even until it was like go time, you know. It's like, but you know, you're sitting there looking at it going, it looks close, it looks close. So anyways, when it was on, I was prepared. You know, I was ready for whatever happened.
All right, congratulations, Michael. Great win, 2019 Classic champ.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
So 2019 Classic champ to go with his 2017 Classic championship, Michael Braden, your winner. We're going to take a break. On the other side, more coming at you from Fort Massac State Park here in Metropolis, Illinois. Is there enough light to shoot the women's pro? We were told no, but they might be shooting it, so you don't want to go anywhere.
This is how we like to do it.
Get in the red zone. Carbon Express's small diameter Maxima Red SD, taking big game hunting to an all-new level, making other competitors' single spine arrows obsolete. Patented tri-spine technology controls arrow flight, delivering better downrange energy and accuracy, all in a small diameter shaft. Think you're shooting the best hunting arrow in the game? Think again. Stay in the red zone. Assume nothing and shoot Carbon Express.
The 2019 ASA Delta McKenzie Classic in Metropolis, Illinois is brought to you by Hoyt Archery and Obsession Bows.
Well, welcome back to Fort Massac State Park, and PJ is queued up with our women's pro winner who had an outstanding day on the range. PJ?
Cara Kelly, all right, this isn't the way you wanted to win it, but let's talk about your day, first of all. That was a historic day for you. Tell us about 26 up today, 34 up for the weekend.
Yeah, I'm still in shock. I've looked at my scorecard a couple times and couldn't believe it. To shoot that kind of round today was an absolute honor. Like, I can't even believe that I was blessed enough to shoot a 26 up round, 13 12s on the day, and match that with my 8 to shoot the highest round ever shot in one day and the highest round for a weekend. I mean, that's saying something to say that against against all these amazing women. I mean, they are amazing, and to shoot that and have that record feels pretty amazing.
So let's talk about that. I mean, congratulations, that was a great win, but talk about the disappointment of not being able to shoot, because that's, I mean, it is a disappointment.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I watched these girls battle it out, you know, for second, third, you know, shoot a 12, shoot a 10, shoot an 8. I watched them battle it out all morning, and it's a bummer not to be able to come out here and show what we can do. So.
All right, well, congratulations, Cara. Another double champ this weekend. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right, and she's got to get onto the podium because they're celebrating right now. Darren Christianberry and Greg White wrapping things up here as we look at what's going on with the podium celebrations. Darren,
yes,
let's go ahead and start talking about the year. Let's sum up the year because we have seen some spectacular things. Some this weekend. Cara Kelly now sets a record for a day and an overall shoot in the women's class. She won 3. We saw a 3-time winner in the known pro class, Chris Perkins,
yes,
which we have not seen last year. There were no repeat winners. And we saw a Levi Morgan struggle at the beginning of the year. He had to miss one event. We saw Dan McCarthy now steal away. I mean, so much stuff went on this year. Dominating performances in the senior pro. What's your takeaway on the 2019 season?
It's been a great season for a lot of people, and I know with Chris Perkins, I know with the existing format now, when a guy wins 3 shoots in a year, how can you not be shooter of the year? But Robert Householder shot so strong all year. He ended up taking it because it's cumulative points. It's not where you place, it's cumulative points. And then Gillingham came in. This is the first time Tim's lost since we shot the ASA in Texas.
Yeah, good point.
So Tim's pretty much dominated. So it's good to see Mike come in. It's good to see new faces up there, but it's also great to see repeat winners. You build a fan base and you get to really cheer for your favorites out there.
Nearly 1,900 shooters came here this weekend to compete because you're looking at the pro classes, but there are a ton of amateur classes. You want to get onto asaarchery.com and check out a class where you can come and participate in next year's schedule. So, for everyone, the entire season, the entire Competition Archery Media crew, Darren Christianberry, Chuck Cooley, PJ Riley, and everybody who helps out, thank you so much for checking out our coverage of the McKenzie ASA Classic here from Metropolis and all of our coverage from 2019. We hope to see you next year right here.
Get in the red zone. Carbon Express's small diameter Maxima Red SD, taking big game hunting to an all-new level, making other competitors' single spine arrows obsolete. Patented tri-spine technology controls arrow flight, delivering better downrange energy and accuracy, all in a small diameter shaft. Think you're shooting the best hunting arrow in the game? Think again. Stay in the red zone. Assume nothing and shoot Carbon Express.
We don't build these bows to be different. We build them to be better. We're the outsiders, the mavericks, the fearless. We forge our own path. We're not chasing anyone, but we know what they're running from. It's an obsession, and the obsessed never rest.
Vince Lombardi once said, winning is not a sometime thing. It's an all-time thing. You don't do things right once in a while. You do them right all the time. Winning is a habit. Unfortunately, so is losing. I've learned in my career I'm only as good as the tools I use.
12 for Levi Morgan.
One chance, one moment, one shot.